4, 5, 6. Okay.
Chair resumed the meeting at 8:02. Trustee DeGrace with 250 seconds again.
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee John DeGrace is present. Trustee John Durso.
Present.
Trustee George Garden is absent. Trustee Linda Green.
Present.
Trustee Wanda Jackson.
Present.
Trustee Edward Powers is absent. Trustee George Ciberone.
Present.
Trustee Donna Toomey, absent. Trustee Kathy Weiss, absent. Trustee Bridget Russell.
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of May 14th?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is the Finance and Capital Committee. Trustee Jean, would you read that, please? Number 1. Next page.
Okay, gotcha. I knew I was going to need these glasses. Okay. Resolved, upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Finance and Capital Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the pending college procurement agreement with LEB Electric Limited in the amount of $634,045 as requested by the VP Facilities Management, funding source, capital project 70098E.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Trustee Russell, would you read number 2?
Resolved, upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Finance and Capital Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the pending college procurement agreement with West Construction Corporation in the amount of $740,000, as requested by VP Facilities Manager Muscarella.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Trustee DeGrace, would you read number 3?
Resolved upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Finance and Capital Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the pending college procurement agreement with Premier Mechanical Services, Inc. in the amount of $1,669,000 as requested by VP Facilities Management, Muscarella.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Trustee Durso, would you read number 4?
Yeah. Second.
Sorry.
I knew it.
You knew it was your turn, yes.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Finance and Capital Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the pending college procurement agreement, Premier Mechanical Services Incorporated, in the amount of $277,000, as requested by the Vice President of Facilities Management, Muscarella.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Trustee Ciberone, number 5, please.
You want me to do the whereas? or
Just do
the
resolve.
resolution? The resolve. Resolve that the Board of Trustees accept the capital investment of $1,500,000 from Colette for the purpose of obtaining matching funds from SUNY as requested by the Vice President for Facility Management.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
Make a motion.
A second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Trustee DeGrace, number 6, please. Just read the resolve.
Sure. Resolved that Nassau Community College Board of Trustees does hereby approve the easement to Nassau County as described in the enclosed map.
Do I have a motion to consider this item?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I make a motion under Article 7, Section C6 of the Board's Rules and Procedures to allow for the consideration of an item that does not appear on the calendar.
Make a motion.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Russell, would you read number 7, the resolve, please?
Resolved, upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Finance and Capital Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the pending college procurement personal service agreement with Dr. W. Heber Keene in the amount of $60,000 to provide consulting services for a 10-month period starting August 1st, 2019. This contract is subject to a waiver by the Nassau County Board of Ethics.
Do you have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Trustee Green, would you read number 8, please?
Resolved, upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Academic, Student Affairs, and Enrollment Management Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the proposal of the Department of Administration, Business Technology, Health Information Technology for an AS degree in Healthcare Administration and recommends the approval of this program with the State University of New York.
Do you have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
Do I have a
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Trustee Sivalone, would you read number 9, please?
Resolved, upon the recommendation of Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Academic, Student Affairs, and Enrollment Management Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the proposal by the Department of Administration, Business Technology / Health Information Technology for a certificate program in healthcare data analytic and recommends the approval of this program by the State University of New York.
Do you have a motion to consider the item?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Trustee DeGrace, number 10, please.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees, Academic, Student Affairs, and Enrollment Management Committee, the Nassau Community College Board of Trustees hereby approves the proposal by the Department of Music for an AAS in Sound Recording Technology and recommends the approval of this program by the State University of New York.
Do you have a motion to consider this item?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. We're now ready for the report of the President.
Thank you. First, I'd like to commend the many who contributed to a very successful commencement this year. We enjoyed a commencement in which many graduates and their family and friends were pleased with and happy with. I would say some parents would like to see their sons or daughters march across the stage and be shaking hands, but the hundreds, literally 3,000 graduates, that there's no way to arrange it in that way. But I'd like to thank especially the board members who came to participate in the ceremony. The messages I received indicate that it was a great event, and it turns out to be the most important event in the college during the year in terms of gatherings, and so I appreciate that. Not to disparage the cabaret, but commencement is even bigger. So, yesterday I attended a meeting of the SUNY Community Colleges, college presidents. Vice Chancellor Johanna Duncan Poitier was there. The Chancellor also visited for a short time. The Nassau Community College's incoming President Jermaine Williams was also attending. He's attending as well today the Chancellor's meeting of the 64 presidents, so he gets a bit of insight into the system administration. I was pleased that the recognition that NCC got on a number of points during the meeting, especially that NCC is the only institution from which 100% of the mathematics faculty underwent training for implementation of the quant-rays curriculum. We're pleased that one of the leaders in implementing the Also, one of the leaders implementing the advanced learning program in English and the co-requisite curriculum model in reading. And I want to commend Dr. Valerie Collins, the academic deans, Kathy Fagan, Chair of English, Stuart Kaplan, Chair of the Mathematics Department, Cheryl Novins, Chair of Reading, for the great work that they've done in leading these very important curriculum advances. And they are, by the way, well recognized by the SUNY administration and the other presidents recognize advances we've made in this regard here. I want to thank the members of the board who attended the farewell party in recognition of the termination of my service here. I don't know whether it was a thanks for the service I've done or the thanks for the termination, but in any case, some of you attended. I want to thank you for that, for your coming. Your presence was greatly appreciated. I very much appreciated the thoughts and the wishes of the many attendees at that event. This was the second commemoration of my departure from NCC, the other being the acknowledgement in the cabaret. And so I thank its executive producer and also actor in it, Frank Fresenda, for that event, and all of those who contributed to it. So thank you for that. Working at NCC has been an honor and a great rewarding professional experience for me. And finally, I want to thank the Board of Trustees for your support of my work as president over the years, these 3 years, recognizing that your support was essentially in support of Nassau Community College and its students. Thank you for serving in the capacity of board members. I know you could be doing other things with your time, but it's a great service to this college. And so my professional mission here, and I think it was essentially a personal mission, was to come to serve NCC on behalf of the thousands of students who come here for an education. And may they always find this institution in which they study and develop their dreams, welcoming to them and serving their needs. So thank you.
We all And now we turn to the speakers list. Frank Fresenda, your first up.
Frank Fresenda, NCCFT. So first I want to mention, welcome Trustee Russell. I noticed that your first official act was to spend $800,000 for a day's work. John, Trustee Durso, I want to thank you for your commitment to comprehensive cannabis consumption. All right, so thank you. You made Newsday today. So I know that some of you may have heard this, but now that we're on camera, everybody's going to hear it. Dr. Keene, when you first arrived at Nassau, the college was dysfunctional. The faculty were weary, and the NCCFT Executive Committee was wary. I remember that one of your first orders of business was to identify and contact the various leaders on campus. I also remember that you got an earful of venting. I remember when you explained to me that there was a potential candidate to assume the position of interim vice president of academic affairs. However, she would be interviewing us before she decided whether or not to take the job. There may have been a joke in there, or maybe not. However, the impact of that statement and what it said about us was never lost on me. Your leadership allowed the faculty, staff, and administration to work together to heal our wounds, to understand that our differences of opinion were professional and not a sign of incompetence or evil intent. Someone asked me earlier to approach you before you leave us to resolve an issue. And when I thought about it, I realized that it was unnecessary. You have managed to create a working relationship between the faculty and administration that I believe can last without you. We all know the future is full of challenges and opportunities, difficult discussions, and inconvenient decisions. However, I want to thank you for creating the atmosphere that allows us to function in an environment that makes that possible. On a personal note, I've come to know you through countless conversations, negotiations, and many laughs. I respect you, and I truly admire you. I will miss you dearly, but I feel confident that you have left us better off. However, now that I know you have a one-year consultant contract with the college, I will not delete your cell phone number. On behalf of the NCCFT, I want to thank you till we meet again.
Next on the list is Stefan Pompier.
I always like coming after Frank because I can just simply say I'd like to double down on exactly what he had said. His words couldn't be truer. I was very happy to hear that you'll be able to continue as a consultant for the next year. This transition period is so important. I know personally and professionally, I will miss you. You're a great role model for me. With that said, we all understand that there was a negotiated MOA between the AFA and the college that was completed on January 14th. The next step to get that MOA to move forward and ultimately become a contract that is in force involves A, the county executive approving it, B, this board approving it, and C, the county legislature approving it. It's my hope and belief that the county executive will do what she has said she will do, and that that MOA will be approved by her office by the end of this week. We truly expect that to happen. And from my membership, we thank every member of the board, those of you who are sitting here, administrators who worked hard to get that done. And I and we totally appreciate it. The other piece is, though, this is the last meeting of the board. And I would hate to see that we have to wait all the way until September to get your approval. I would hope and believe that once the county executive sends over her approval, that this board could meet, consider it, and approve it. And that's basically it. Have a good summer, and I hope to see you before the summer ends at a special meeting to discuss and approve our contract.
The next Finance Capital Committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 10th, 2019 at 5 p.m., followed by the full board meeting. The board will open public session between 6:15 and 6:30 p.m. and resume the public session approximately 7:30. Yes.
I'm sorry. I tried to get your attention before you close the meeting. I just wanted to say something,
Sure.
if you don't mind. I'm sorry. At Dr. King's farewell, unfortunately, I had to serve jury duty, so I was not there. Though I had planned to be there. And I would have said there what I'm going to say now. So I've had the pleasure of working with Dr. King. This is the third time that we've gotten to work together. I've had the privilege of working with him when he was at Farmingdale. We served as co-chairs on the Regional Economic Council Workforce Development Committee, where he allowed me to exercise my passion, and then guided me to keep from embarrassing myself, which he has done when we worked together at Farmingdale. And then when he came here, I was absolutely thrilled, though I was not a member of the board at the time. I've, over the years, stayed somewhat involved with the school, whether it be on the foundation or just in general, because I cared so greatly about the school. And there couldn't have been a better person to come and step in and take care of this school and these fine faculty and students than this gentleman. His grace, his demeanor, his passion is exemplary. And probably one of the finest human beings I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I might not have always agreed with him, but he's allowed me to express that and did not condemn me for it. And has remained, if I could be so bold as to say, my friend for a number of years. And I will both professionally and personally miss him. I enjoy our conversations. I enjoy teasing him a little bit because he doesn't speak the same words that I speak sometimes. But it's been a real honor, Hubert, to work with you on these many occasions, and I will, from the bottom of my heart, miss you tremendously.
I think we all will, Dr. King. Definitely, you've made a big impact at the college, and I think we're all better for it. And with that, I request a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion? Second. A motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The meeting is adjourned at 6:24. I mean, 8:24.